Chelsea Football Club are scary. Chelsea Football Club have actually maybe become what we've all been wanting them to be and what rivals have been fearing. And this is proven in 3 key things. Wait, I'm going to break this down for you. Because Enzo Maresca has come out with mentality. Robert Sanchez has come out with aggression and might have cost himself a Spanish cap forever. And furthermore, you got Hansi Flick and everybody else coming out giving praise to this project. And Estevao highlights how deep the squad is. Because Maresca's words epitomize what is going on at Chelsea Football Club. The 3 things will reiterate why Chelsea is scary. I know it's a YouTube cliche, everybody, oh, Chelsea is scary, Arsenal is scary, Man United are scary. Chelsea is scary. Furthermore, we need to talk about the talent that is to come. Quenda and Stepiev, both of them, Champions League night, not scared of the lights, absolutely smash it. And finally, Noni Madueke. Interview, little bit of Twitter interaction, and Chelsea fans are absolutely onto him. And I need to actually come here to the defense of Noni Madueke, and I'm going to talk about it in great detail. But before we get started, number 1, yes, I did shave. Number 2, it's not because I wanted to. It was an accident with the machine. I had to go clean shaven. Luckily, 2 days later, I'm getting a little bit of stubble back. But what I need from you lot, because you feel sorry for me because of the beard, or because you actually enjoy the content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, right? 50k is what we're aiming for in terms of subscribers, and 100,000 likes is what we want on this video. Do it now, please. You will. The first reason why Chelsea is scary is because of what Maresca was saying after the Barcelona result. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock, Chelsea Football Club annihilated Barcelona. It was 1-2 punch massacre. Left, right, center. J Huss knows it, innit? It's a massacre. Pedicure, whatever J Huss says, yeah? It was a massacre. But Chelsea Football Club are scary, and the reason they're scary is because Enzo Maresca came out and said, just another win. Good that we beat Barcelona. 48 hours off, we're back for Arsenal. This is just another game. It's just as important as Leeds after the Arsenal game. And for me, I was like, hey, mentality. Hey, I'm not even lying to you. It is mentality. This is what we need at this club. Beating Barcelona is beautiful. Beating Barcelona is going to be memorable. Beating Barcelona will be iconic. It won't mean nothing if we don't go on and win this tournament. And a lot of people are going to say, Alex, celebrate little wins. 100% celebrate it. But guess what? Make sure you beat Arsenal. We can celebrate that as well. After that, let's go beat Leeds and we can celebrate that as well. And at the end of the summer, we will be celebrating trophies. The way we celebrated the Club World Cup. The way we celebrated the Conference League. And I love that this manager says that. Furthermore, the manager was absolutely on smoke, and I loved it because he said the chemistry in the team has all stemmed from last year. We won the Conference League, we won the Club World Cup, and I've got their backing. And the reason you have their backing is because we win. When you win, you have backings, and I love that. He's hitting it on the nail, and I absolutely adore it. Our manager is keeping his feet on the ground. Our fans can get excited. All of us can get excited. However, the players and the manager need to be juiz, umna, be smart, all right? After that, the second reason Chelsea is scary is actually really simplistic, right? The depth and competition of this squad is absolutely brilliant in certain positions. Look, a lot of people were critical of the wingers. Me. I don't think Gittins and Garnacho are going to be any world beaters anytime soon. However, Garnacho's doing his job when he's playing. I can't criticize him. Gittins is trying to integrate himself into a new culture, into a new league, and hopefully it works out because a lot of people are going to say he's English. Of course, he's used to living in London. Maybe, but for the last 3 years, as an adult, he's been living in Germany. He's been in the German league. He needs to integrate himself back into life in England. He's most probably changed his barbers. He's changed where he buys his food, he's changed most probably where his girlfriend lives. Absolutely everything in his life has changed. But yet, he's playing better. Estevao, what do you want me to say about Estevao? Right? Estevao has integrated himself not only into the club, he's already integrated himself into the first team for many people. And Pedro Neto's doing well as well, right? He's having a very good season so far. Yet, our manager was very robust and very definitive in what he said. He said, at this moment in time, there will be rotations. There is no starting 11. There is game plans, and I fit my players around the game plan that I had. Today, I played with Neto up top, Estevao on the right, Garnacho on the left. No striker. On another day, there will be different tactics. And for me, I love it. You know what this does? It basically tells you, Liam, if you ain't scoring goals, you ain't playing. João, if you ain't scoring goals, you're not playing. Estevao, if you think you're good enough, you won't play the next game if you're not good enough. And what I love here is, he basically reiterated, if Estevao is upset, why is he upset? Pedro's on the right-hand side. Is he a bad player? Some people would say yes, but in Maresca's head, Pedro Neto delivers everything he wants him to deliver, and from that aspect, we are a good team. What I really liked as well is the way he's managing Estevao. He's limiting the pressure and trying to enjoy his creativity, right? He said something that really resonated with me. He said, you need to allow him to enjoy his football. He needs to come in with a smile on his face, look forward to playing, and that's it. Furthermore, he said, stop comparing Yamal and Estevao to Ronaldo and Messi. It's not good. You're putting too much pressure on 18-year-olds. What I think is imperative is we don't burn him out. Back end of the season, he's fit and ready to go to play as many games as possible, ready for the World Cup. And finally, adults in the room are doing the work, and he's the sprinkle on top. It can't be that the kid is doing the work and everyone else is the sprinkle, right? We need Cole Jermaine Palmer to come back, him to take over his team again. We need Estevao there to do absolute madness every now and then. But at the same time, the pressure can't be on that kid. And I think Enzo Maresca understands that. And that's a scary foresight going forward. Genuinely, that is absolutely petrifying. The final reason why Chelsea is scary, right, is actually very simple. Bobito Sanchez, never does any interview. And I think in one interview, he's not only ruined his expectations of becoming a Spanish #1 one day, but he also solidified himself in the hearts of many Chelsea fans. And let me explain this, because he came out and said Barcelona were meant to be the favourites for this tournament. I think we're the favourites. Why aren't we the favourites? Number one, that's a winning mentality from the team. The fact that he says it out loud, a lot of people can say, what are you doing? You're putting a target on our back. With Chelsea, we always have a target on our back. So Bobito, you talk your smack, brother. When you play like this, the way you play, consistent and reliable, I don't need to talk about you. You can talk all the smoke you want. Do your job. Absolutely do your job. And I also will say one thing, by the way. When it comes to Robert Sanchez, if we signed Mike Maignan in the summer and he came in and he was doing what Robert is doing right now, a lot of people would be saying, you know what, this is a top 3 keeper in the league. This is absolutely brilliant. Look at the difference. But because it's Robert Sanchez and because we all have those scars, and every time, you know, we look at him and we remember what he's done, we're like, hey, Rob, what did you do that for? There's a continuation of lack of trust waiting for him to do it again to us. Girl analogy, as always, a lot of people say, you always use woman analogies for us. It's like being in a relationship if you did your girl dirty. She'll forgive you in some cases, but then eventually there'll be moments where switch flicks and she's about to punch you up because she remembers what you've done. And this is exactly what it is with Robert Sanchez. We remember these mistakes, bro. We absolutely remember these mistakes. And we need to go through a long period where we can trust him again. But that's the key. But the other thing why he'll never play for Spain again is start talking smack about Yamal. He said Cucurella pocketed Yamal. He had him in his pocket all game. Whilst it's true, I don't want to make enemies out of Yamal. We're going to link him so many times before the guy retires. So can we just be easy and be a little bit measured here? Like, I don't want to make an enemy out of him, right? I remember Messi didn't score against us in like 11, 12 games. Never did I want anyone to talk smoke about Messi. I think the one time we spoke smoke about Messi under Conte, scored at Stamford Bridge, and then he took us back to La Liga, to the Camp Nou, and absolutely humiliated us. I don't want that kind of smoke, all right? Yamal's going to be around for another 15 years. I don't want to mess around with Yamal. I'm genuinely serious. The final reason of why we're actually scary, and people don't understand it just yet, and if they do, it's coming a bit too late. The talent that's coming through the door is absolutely crazy. They got Sapayev, who's 17 years old, playing for a Kazakhstani team in the Champions League. Scored a goal. A lot of people got carried away. It's understandable, right? But the one that you should be getting carried away is Quenda. A lot of you are going to say, Alex, why are you so gassed about Quenda? Quenda's already played 2 years of Liga NOS football, right? The Portuguese league. And what I love about it is he was a pivotal member in winning the league in that league under Ruben Amorim at right wing back. Then he's moved on to the 10, and now he's playing left wing. He's getting a full education of regular minutes, not overplaying because Sporting basically don't want to overdevelop him. But his performances are forcing him into the team to the point where he got a goal against Club Brugge and he got an assist. They won 3-0. He did his job. He absolutely did his job. Sporting are in a position where they might come out the Champions League group, and Chelsea are benefiting this. Quenda's getting minutes under his belt. Quenda's going to develop into a fine player, arrive at Chelsea next year and be a definitive option off the bench. He is not going to be like Sapayev. I think Sapayev is going to go straight on loan to Strasbourg. Whereas I think when it comes to Quenda is more than ready to contribute from the right and the left not as a starter, as a bench option. The difficult situation will be, where does he fit? And a lot of people say, what do you mean? You can't send him to Strasbourg. He played for Sporting. Sporting is better than Strasbourg. The Liga NOS and Liga 1, there's not too much difference there. And when you're competing for a title at one, you're not going to go to the other to compete for top 4. He needs to play. And they've invested so much money. They made promises to Mendes, promises to him. It's like the Estevao situation. He'll be fed in. The key here is, though, where will he play? Because I think a winger has to leave. And the question is now, from now till the end of the season, we all know it's not Estevao. One of Garnacho, Gittins, and Neto are going to be fighting for their future. In the comments, tell me who you think is going to be going. Because a lot of people did not think Noni was going, and he went. And we need to talk about that. But I want to know your thoughts. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and now I'm going to continue with the video. So Chelsea have a game coming up against Arsenal Football Club, right? And as if Arsenal-Chelsea isn't huge, and tomorrow there will be a match preview, and the day after there will be a preview, and then we're going to get into the game where there will be a reaction, because this is the game every year I check the calendar for first, right? Chelsea at home to Arsenal, or Chelsea away to Arsenal. I love those games. Even though, yeah, they've been slapping us recently and we need to fix it, there's always an edge. There's always a feeling. I grew up in Southwest London. In school, you're either a Chelsea fan, an Arsenal fan, or some people are Man United fans, right? Well, that's mainly what we have. So the banter was always popping. Those two teams were always rivals, and it is what it is. You know them ones. But the key here is Noni Madueke, right? Noni came out yesterday after he scored against Bayern Munich. Shout out to Noni. I actually really like the guy. He comes across very likable in camera. Like when I hear him talk in interviews, I'm like, this is a likable guy, measured, can be a little bit silly, you know, but he's young. Let him enjoy his life. What's wrong with that? The key thing here is, right? Noni said he's really looking forward to playing against Chelsea. He hasn't been able to do what he loves for 8 weeks. And that's play football. And he just feels very grateful to be doing that. He also said Chelsea is a top team. Arsenal's a top team. They're going up against each other. It is pivotal. It is key for them at this moment in time in their race. Then he added on, they asked him about the atmosphere. And he said, I've played in difficult atmospheres before. I'm just going to deal with it the best way I can. Chelsea fans don't like this guy. And what I want to ask is, why don't we like him? Because Noni Madueke does not deserve any disrespect from Chelsea Football Club, nor Chelsea's fans. Chelsea Football Club decided to sell him because Estevao came. Let's not beat around the bush. There was a genuine pick between Pedro Neto and Noni Madueke, and the club chose that they are going to stick with Neto and Madueke is going to get sold. So when Chelsea fans tried to paint him as this toxic villain that went to Arsenal, we kicked him out. Chelsea Football Club told Noni Madueke, pack your bags and you're moving to North London. And Noni Madueke got a great opportunity to go to Arsenal. Good luck to him. Not too much because we don't want you to win anything. But Chelsea Football Club were the ones that kicked him out. So when fans try to create this narrative that he's this traitor, he's this Judas, I always question, what are you getting this narrative from? Where is this poison? Where is this energy coming from? Noni has never done anything negative to Chelsea fans. Noni's always tried in a Chelsea. He might not have been perfect. He might not have been brilliant. But I think he was a good acquisition. He went off for great profit. The guy's an England international. He's doing well for himself. And I don't think there needs to be this rivalry. Another thing, I don't like these rivalries that we create with players that leave us. Kai Havertz, Champions League winner. People talk about him like he's Judas. I don't like that. For me, Kai Havertz should be in Chelsea's folklore. When he retires, one day welcome at Stamford Bridge. He ain't. When he retires, he's going to view himself as an Arsenal fan. I promise you now, he will view it because of the way that we've treated him. And when he scored, he celebrated. He celebrated with vim. Absolute vim. So please, let's not create this narrative. And I'm here to stick up for Noni because I don't appreciate it. A lot of people that don't like Noni Madueke were the same ones that wanted him out and said, get out of my club when he was playing for us. Well, you got your wish. What are you mad about? This was the Kavkas View though. I hope you all enjoyed this. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below, before you go, type in Chelsea are scary. Just to let me know that you made it all the way to the end. Peace out. I'm out. Bye.